I haven't cut a lot of metric threads in my life, and I've never cut any on my lathe. So I have to look at the tables on the that are attached to the lathe. And it says change gear chart for millimeter sizes and gives you gears, and then I'm going to have to take this whole case off and go down and see if I got the right gears to get it geared to cut metric. And then the metric charts, I believe, no, that's the feed chart. The metric chart, I don't know where it is. It's probably here. Oh yeah. So I'll have to figure it all out, and it's 12 by 36 gearhead lathe, Chinese, and figure out how to set up the ratio to cut the gear. Well, you'll see how it works when I do it. Well, I had to change this gear and this gear. Now, if you're not aware of how a lathe works, let me show you. I'll turn it on. This is the on-off lever. It's a switch. There's the chuck holding your piece in there. And here's your table. Turning that right now to move the table. There's a screw right there called the lead screw. And this is the half nut lever. So watch as I click in the half nut lever. See, the table is moving forward, the wheel is turning by itself. That tool is moving and would cut if it was engaged. Now I disengage the lever and it stops. Now the speed of this screw in relation to the speed of the chuck where you're holding the piece, speed of this screw in relation to the speed of the chuck will give you your thread. Now, this gear goes into what's called a quick change gearbox, where I can alter the speed of that in ratios according to the gearing. That's the chuck spindle, and that's working directly off the chuck. So these gears control the ratio into this gearbox, where you fine-tune how far the carriage moves for each turn, and that's how you get a thread size. In this case, each turn, when I set it up, will be 1.5 millimeters, giving me a 1.5 millimeter thread. So looking on the thread gauge for metric here, it's this one, and I see for 1.5 I have to set it for position B6. So I move this to B. I'm supposed to do that with a lathe up. There, so that's in B. And move this over to, let's see, 1, 2, 3. To 6. So now, when I engage this half nut lever, moves very quickly. See the tool's moving towards there, and that's at 1.5 millimeters per turn. That's how I get my thread. It makes sense when you go through it in your head.